About 8:21 p.m., Shreveport police officers responded to a shots fired call in the 1600 block of Midway Avenue. Now, when officers arrived to this location, just outside of residence here in the block, they did locate a shooting victim. The victim was a uniformed Shreveport police officer. Now, understandably, the name of that police officer will not be released at this moment. We are interviewing witnesses as to what took place out here.
This is Love Hurts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for future content. 22-year-old Chateri Payne was beautiful, smart, strong, caring, fun, and above anything else, ambitious. She was the type of woman that set goals for herself, and come hell or high water, she met those goals. She didn't play about her future. She wanted to be an inspiration not only for her own 2-year-old daughter, but for any little girl out there wondering if they could make their dreams come true. She was a walking example of how hard work and dedication pay off. So it was truly no surprise when she graduated from the police academy in November of 2018. Shortly after, she accepted a job with the Shreveport Police Department. Chateri was so proud of her accomplishments, as she should have been. In a November of 2018 Facebook post, she wrote, "Long days, aching nights, but I decided to stand tall on my dream. Main lesson taught was to never lose sight of who you are and where you come from. The main thing is to build who you are and to become an influential and better person for those who may surround me or I may encounter. My personal mission is to become that positive influence, to protect those who can't protect themselves, and to at least try to push someone to be a better version of themselves. I've never claimed to be perfect, but I am taking this step and becoming a better version of myself by knowing that it is always something bigger than myself. It is an honor to be able to join such a powerful family with my brothers and sisters in blue. May the journey begin. SPD 79. Chateri was truly at the top of her game. Her only downfall was her child's father, 26-year-old Travion Anderson. He was a complete facade, the type that always made it seem like he was at the top of his game and had a lot of positive things going on in his life, but in reality, he was a bum struggling through life day to day. He was not only unemployed, but also unmotivated, and Chateri's success bothered him. In the public eye and online, he tried to come across as a motivational man, reposting positive memes like, "If we date, I'm pushing you to become a better you. I'm on your tail about your money, your education, your future, and your goals. You ain't about to get distracted messing with me. My goal is to elevate your mind and prosper with you." Although he posted those type of things, in reality, Chateri's success was just too much for him to handle, and it left him feeling unappreciated. She was moving up in life, and the more success she gained, the less needed and wanted he felt. Chateri's ambition and drive was at an all-time high, and his male ego was at an all-time low, and it started to show. Sources say by January of 2019, Chateri was fed up with Travion, and she had plans of ending the relationship for good. But he had other plans of his own. On the night of January 9th of 2019 at around 8 p.m., Chateri walked out of her home fully dressed in uniform and ready to report to her night shift as an officer with the Shreveport Police Department. Almost immediately after walking out of her house, she was shot multiple times. She was rushed to the hospital where doctors did everything they could to save her, but unfortunately, she succumbed to her injuries.
Shreveport police leadership say Officer Chateri Payne was gunned down on her way into work last night. We are learning today from Chief Ben Raymond that she was a well-liked member of the police department here and had a calling to serve. Now, as the investigation continues, Chief Raymond is issuing a stern warning to whoever committed this heinous act.
Every life is precious, and the taking of any human life is unacceptable. But when a servant who has taken an oath and committed their life to protecting others is violently taken from us, we all collectively feel the pain of that loss. It has been said when a police officer is killed, it is not an agency that loses an officer, it's an entire nation. At the early stage of the investigation, we are not willing to rule out anything. We will follow every lead wherever they may take us, and we will work to identify and apprehend the coward or cowards responsible for the brutal murder of Officer Payne. The murder of a police officer is a catastrophic event for any police agency, and we are no different. But let me assure you, we will not lose focus. We will not falter. We will fulfill our obligations not only to the citizens of Shreveport, but to the men and women who so courageously put on this uniform every day.
Payne had been with the department for just a few months. She was hired in July of last year and graduated from the police academy this past November.
She was a very professional officer. She was very fit. She was intelligent. The classmates spoke highly of her, that this was the job that she was meant to do.
SPD says there's still no motive for Payne's death. Right now, SPD says they have no suspects in custody and no arrests have been made. However, they are urging anyone with information into Officer Payne's death to contact the Shreveport Police Department or Caddo Parish Crime Stoppers. Reporting.
Initially, Travion told police he was inside of he and Chateri's home with their 2-year-old daughter on the night of the shooting. He said shortly after she left out the front door to go to work, he heard gunshots. He claimed he ran out of the home with his weapon and fired multiple rounds at a man dressed in all black that he saw running from the scene. Police, of course, weren't buying his story, so they immediately started digging into his phone records. And what they found was the truth. Travion plotted and planned the murder of Chateri with his 2 cousins, 22-year-old Lawrence Pierre and 38-year-old Glenn Fyerson. GPS data and text messages, as well as witness statements from Travion's cousins, confirmed it all. Lawrence told police that he witnessed Travion shoot Chateri multiple times, and Glenn admitted to being present during the murder.
3 men have been charged with the murder of Shreveport police officer Chateri Payne, including the father of her child. NBC6's Delano Henry joins us live from the Shreveport Police Department with details of the arrest. Delano.
That's right, Alex. Although people on social media coined Officer Payne's boyfriend as the suspect, surprisingly, Shreveport police arrested 2 more. Outside of Shreveport Police headquarters sits a memorial for the late Officer Chateri Payne.
We are still mourning the heinous murder of Officer Payne. We can have some peace in taking 3 evil cowards off of our streets.
Payne was fatally shot in the driveway of her own home on Midway Avenue January 9th. She was found in her car, clothed in her uniform, heading to clock in for her shift. The 911 call came in from her boyfriend, Travion Anderson. They both have a 2-year-old who was in the home.
He advised he was inside the residence when he heard gunshots, then went outside and shot at a person wearing all black clothing.
Anderson was then released after questioning. 7 days went by until arrests were finally made. The first arrest was 21-year-old Lawrence Pierre II, who was the cousin of Anderson, according to an arrest report. It says Pierre admitted to being present during the murder. It also says he voluntarily led police to where he hid the weapon. 38-year-old Glenn Fyerson was also arrested. The affidavit reports he accompanied Pierre to and from the murder, but police say it was Anderson who they believed pulled the trigger.
In the end, Travion was found guilty of murder on April 22nd of 2022, and he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, plus 30 years for conspiracy to commit second-degree murder. Lawrence Pierre pled guilty to second-degree murder and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. And although Glenn Fyerson was acquitted of all charges related to the murder of Chateri, the feds were all over him, and he was eventually sentenced to 12.5 years for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon and possession with intent to distribute methamphetamine. Apparently, the feds had been watching him and his business in the months leading up to Chateri's murder, and an undercover officer was a witness to him carrying a weapon and selling drugs right out of his place of business. The city of Shreveport and Chateri's family continue to honor her every chance they get, through blood drives, food drives, and even a life-size monument.
A 6-month-long project is almost complete. Central Monument in Keithville has been working tirelessly to create a monument honoring fallen Shreveport police officer Chateri Payne. This three-piece memento includes a statue of Officer Payne in uniform after her graduation. Payne's family and friends soon arrive and are able to finally witness this monument up close.
I have photos, I have memories. I feel like I carry her around in my heart and everything, but I can come here and I can look at it and I can see her.
I felt like this would be something for everybody. It's not just for me, it's not just for my family, it's for the whole community that embraced her.
And while Officer Chateri Payne's torch might have hit the ground, the love and support from everyone is the thing that keeps her flame still burning.
To the community, just thank you. Just the city, everybody, thank you all for everything, because without the support, I don't think we could be where we are.
My heart truly goes out to Chateri's family, friends, and loved ones, especially her young daughter. If you are in a domestic abuse relationship, create an out plan and get out now. Once you are out, do not turn back. Turning back can cost you your life.
Officer Chateri, Elise Payne, badge 1588. Thank you for your honor, your loyalty, integrity, commitment, and your dreams. Thank you for your service to the city of Shreveport, your neighboring communities, agencies, and the United States of America. You've made the people proud, your family, your officers. We're so proud. Your sacrifices will not be forgotten. We have to watch now. Rest in peace. Officer Chateri Elise Payne, badge 1588, code 8, forever. 3029 clear.
As always, loves, stay safe. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for future content.